Storm of blood. World full? Well, we'll fix that. That's just full at the time. It's more like a suggestion. Lower out and slay the goblins. Well done. It shan't be easy to keep the tunnel free of goblins, but our wagon should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only the interests of Imagina and the sons of Mineral Concern, but of Ulda herself. One might bear our nation's lifeblood. If we only had more men like you to lend a hand. Yamurai, I dare say you are the right man to solve this mystery. Someone or something has been littering the tracks with pieces of silver ore. Even a tiny chunk can send a wagon off its course, so I've had to devote significant manpower to locating and clearing these obstructions. We can help put an end to their mischief. Search any places of pockmarked silver ore on the tracks. If you're lucky, you'll catch up to the master before they escape. Need someone to procure hammer breakthroughs. Looking for help around the station, are you? Well then, how about hunting some hammer beaks? We just received an order from Esteem's lapidaries for silver ingots. They need to make ceremonial silver, or so I'm told. However, we've been instructed to refine the ore by melting it in a furnace lined with a layer of... I've long neglected to restock our stores of hammerbeak roots. Alas, there's no time to order more. If you could slay several of the fiends and take their bones to Berengar in my stead, I'd be forever grateful. Somebody finding the tortoise. Wish I could find higher level creatures, but I guess I'm kind of in a low level area. For responsible. The little critters gnaw on ore as a hound on a bone. The rocks on the track were their goddamn leftovers. Some superstitious miners believe that Spriggans were harbingers of fortune, but by my reckoning these creatures are not but more than pests, like goblins. As far as I'm concerned, there's no better omen for Amajina and Sons than you. Ever since you began helping out at the station, our operations have been running second. Actually, over here. What do you got for me? Zumida wishes to share you a most amazing rumor. Ah, the altruistic adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating piece of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumor has it that there is a vast untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Silver. Conceivably, the concerns appear to be entirely ignorant of its existence. And even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from Stone's Throw of all places, is moving to claim it. That fellow's name is Wyston, and he's a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure exclusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use his new fortune to curry favor with the Sacrarium. Consider the opinions of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of audap. If you would have your voice heard, you must be prepared to pay a sultan's ransom. One voice which invariably heard belongs to Lord Valorido. He has long lavish gill upon the thaumaturges, and some claim that he devises new laws with the express intention of ruining his competitors while protecting his own. He thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate. He is in for a rude awakening. But that eventuality may yet be a little way off. For the present, he is moving ahead with his plans and assembling a team to survey the site. I'm told that the Coffin right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers to escort his prospectors. Warren said you were looking for work. Mayhap you should meet Wyston and volunteer for his expedition. There's a lot of words. Little creatures. Got that event going on though. I was too weak to feed him. My father left before I reached my third name day, and my grandfather died last week in Copperbell Mines. My sister moved away to a rich merchant's house and no longer visits us, and my older brother lies all day in the corner with his Somas pipe. If you could spare some food, even the leaves of a cactus would suffice. Oh, hi. The hell? Okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's true. Oh, bless you. told her so. I told her. What the hell is that incompetent little runt doing anyway? Rare as orders like this may be, we should always be keeping hammerbeak ribs on hand. Well, I'll be damned. Guess the girl will find a way after all. Thanks for the help, Venture. Don't quite understand it myself, but them fellows straight said to who's in charge to refine silver faster and cheaper. Well, it ain't my guild, so if that's how they want it, just goes to show that the Monitors Guild has more money than it knows what to do with. God's what I wouldn't do to have that kind of problem. Pothead, huh? Zeta is desperately seeking someone to recover stolen coffers of gemstones. You there, help! Mrs. Quickrun has stolen our cargo, and they've made off with several coffers of precious gemstones. The overseer will flay me alive if he finds out. I beg you, help me get the gemstones back. The Kakiran fled to the lair to the southwest. Follow the tracks and you're bound to find them. Come to join? Sorry, but you're too late. Some brass boys looking for extra coin volunteered, and the team's already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. There are these children outside, little ones from Stone's Throw. I looked after them when I've time to spare, so they've taken to follow me around, even when I tell them not to. But what? For the veins, I barely had a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give them these ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? Wilson's kind to us, I like him. This is for me? I want to eat, but then again I don't, because then I'd be gone. Tell Wilson thanks, and tell him I'm sorry for getting in the way. But Wilson always plays with us. Why won't he come out and play? Wow, a ginger cookie. I better save some for my brother. I know. I'll go home and eat it with him. I ain't going nowhere, mister. I'm too hungry to move. Besides, you'll have to carry me. A cookie? Well, if Liston really wants me to go home, then alright. But I want two next time. Liston's worried about us? Oh, I don't want to make him worry. Thank you, adventurer. I wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around, nor work to earn it. But no shortage of contempt from the great and the good. Yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside in the gates like bloody beastmen is a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying out for, and pay them fairly. Mining companies have profited from our suffering for presenting us with a golden opportunity. And we will take it, adventurer. We will reclaim our dignity, and with it our place within those walls. We found her! We found the vein! Whiston, you must come and see! Already? Amazing! We leave at once! You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to the history in the making. So let the damn bird in here. Gonna poop all over the place. syphilis pod. I know, it doesn't say that. Above 13 of these things. Getting low. Not that far. Let's actually get to level 13. I'm kind of finally catching up in the quest levels. You're back. Please tell me you've retrieved the gemstones. Bless you thrice over, adventurer. Thanks to you, my hide will remain intact. It's hard to believe that the Quickern used to be honest merchants. Some of them even were banished from the city, and the Quickern lost their livelihood. Some turned to thieving and other petty crimes to survive. It's a sad tale, but sadder still that most of the citizens couldn't care less. Let's see, a myriad of items can be bought and sold from vendors across Eorzea. Purchasing an item is as simple as selecting an item from the shopkeeper's inventory, while still selling an item is as simple as selecting an item from your inventory or armory chest and choosing Sell subcommand menu. If you happen to have a second thoughts about a sale, you can always buy back your item from the vendor, but only if you have yet to leave the area or buy. This way works too. So, you've given the Earth's prize what for? Well done, Miyamorai. By smiting the stone and earth, you've forged unyielding weapons with your fists. You are nigh endless fount of vigor days. This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about. Well, of course he's promising. He's training under Harmoon Holy Fist. That's our Master Hammond. Miyamorai, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant yet. This is Chichuchiko. Your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Hammond's right hand, though there's still much and more I have yet to learn. Together, let us strive for our mastery of our art. Chichudo joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other to be sure. Let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Miyamorai's bright future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gil from him? My gear is rather worn down, and I do need money for repairs. Yes, Miyamorai's future is bright with us indeed. If he keeps up his efforts, he may well become the next Holy Fist. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. I'll have another little lesson for you. You to build upon your knowledge of combinations. Ah, there you are, Miyamorai. I see you've been training hard as ever. Hey, your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time you learned the basics of combinations. Today I will have you build on that knowledge. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild, along the merchant strip. By way of warm-up, I want you to deal with each a solid bootshine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk who've gathered to watch. Definitely don't want to help you. Dummies have felt your wrath. Good, now we move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you that combinations make a pugilist. What you need to know next is that not any hodgepodge of strikes makes a combination. There's an order of things, natural flow from one technique to another. Today I will have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in a pugilist arsenal. It goes like this. Lead in with a swift Wuchan combo. Keep your foe off balance with a snap punch. If you pull this off, you will attain a heightened state of awareness called greased lightning. In this state, we pugilists can unleash more combinations more swiftly. Now you'll need some opponents to practice on. The kicker that infests the rat's nest in central Thanalan ought to serve. Hit them with snap punch 3 times and we'll call it lesson well learned. Those guys get it. Quite on my level too. Such a random quester. I just Steve. Aye, 'tis true. In an effort to encourage immigration to our great nation, all lands with the goblet are to be set aside for adventurers like yourself. Tragic, some might say, that only adventurers will be permitted to settle within its wards, but such decisions were made by men wiser than I. A beautiful place, the goblet, a man-made oasis built atop a towering butte. Ah, but why bother explaining when you see for it yourself? Just head through the... If you wish to know more about goblets, speak with the recruit stationed just past the entrance. He will be happy to assist you. May visit an international ward within the goblet. Okay. Let's see. No. Housing. Each of the 3 nations has established a residential district, whereas like-minded adventurers can establish a base for their activities. Divided into wards, which in turn house 60 plots of land each. Wealthy individuals may purchase plots of land upon which to build their own estate halls, while free companies may jointly purchase plots. Those seeking simpler quarters may instead purchase a room in the apartment buildings found in each of the residential districts. Estate halls and apartments can be customized by installing fixtures and placing furnishings. Please note that in case of estate halls, specific company privileges or housing can be had by speaking with the residential caretaker stationed at each residential district. full. What? Yeah. Okay, so much for that. I mean, how would you finish that if you don't have enough money to buy a plot? Doesn't seem like a very well thought out first set of quests. Especially if you're like me, who's a late joiner, you go into the residential district. Doll's balls, son. A vein of ore in the middle of a ruined bloody city? God's damned idiot. What did you think was gonna happen? That you'd be rich, that you'd strike it rich and get cozy with the order, while the masters of Ulda looked on? No one crosses the syndicate. The syndicate? Ah, finally sunk in, has it? Oh, look at this. Not all your friends have deserted ye. It seems, lucky boy. Now ye won't have to die alone. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. This ain't part of the plan. Bloody hells, does Lord Laredo mean to kill us too? That the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. Seems I've missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Ulda herself could not ravel your beauty. Oh, stop it. I have oft heard it said that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two desert roses. I hear they attacked another caravan. Aye, and business is suffering for it. Bloody Amalja. What stirred him up, do you reckon? Another raid, and I'll wager that caravan was carrying crystals, much like the last. If they truly mean to summon a primal, you must act quickly. Are you kind of waiting, would you? Perish the thought. So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you lovely ladies be staying? At this rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold. A result of the uncommonly bad harvest, to be sure. We have you to thank for them, do we not? Of the etheric flow must surely be linked to Dalaman's descent. And of course, to the primals. A fine mess, but we must not lose hope. Lusu will know what to do. We need to only trust in his judgment. Truly a marvel of Charlian ingenuity. It's as if I could reach out and touch the aether. Time to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. The Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. This disturbance is recent. The Sultanry? Maybe Papashan will know something of it. Looks like they give you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. One person's adventurers had already quit the scene. The general? Very well. I shall be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etheric disturbances, but every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolorito. I heard the Blades mention him as they fled. The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect they have the support of outside forces. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, these bastards would surely have slaughtered us all. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the Coffer and Coffin later. Until then, stay safe. I shall accompany Wisdom and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. Ah, but where are my manners? I've yet to properly introduce myself. I am Thancred, a humble scholar surveying the flow of aether in Thanalan. It is an honor and privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when next we meet, it is under more auspicious. Meow. Ah, wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Fare thee well. Let's get back in the city. I can save. Save. Well, I can save anywhere, but yeah. It's better to in the city. Eh? You've already experienced greased lightning? Crikey, Mamurai, you're a natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to be a verbatim storm under greased lightning. I treat you to a demonstration here and now, except I'm liable to tear down the entire... Master Hammond has a penchant for regaling us with tales of his exploits, but these never amount to a demonstration. His favorite in his victory over the fearsome marauder, Wild Axe, whom he felled with a combination so swift and seamless, they say you couldn't see his hands, or so the legend goes. That one never gets old. Our dearest master's humility aside, your progress is... If I don't keep on my toes, you're likely to surpass me in a matter of moons. Just between you and me, Chuchuto's been in a slump of late. It all began when her closest friend guildmate suddenly up and disappeared. Rukuta's the lad's name, and he and Chuchuto joined the guild together. Were born to refugees and were orphaned in the calamity. Not long after I was made guildmaster, I found them on the streets, starved near to death. I did what any decent man would do. I took them in and clothed them and fed them. When they were strong again, they said they wanted to become pugilists like me, so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been best friends and rivals, one helping raise the other up. What that we knew what's become of Harukuta. But we're talking about you, Muramurai. You've proven yourself a worthy member of our guild, training hard and learning fast. To recognize your efforts, I grant you leave to join other guilds. Of course, before you take up another discipline, you need to receive permission from the relevant guildmaster. If combat's your calling, there's the Mottridges. But if you prefer an alternative to cracking skulls, Ulda is also famous for its weavers, goldsmiths, alchemists, and miners. As your guildmaster, though, it'd please me most if you placed our art above others. But whatever you choose to do, know that I wish you the best. You now have access to the armory, so it can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. There exist myriad disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, it is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. +1. Gear sets allow you to save several different combinations of weapons and swap them at your leisure. A button for the gear set interface. Character window. This can be a very convenient feature for players who regularly switch back and forth between various classes, as well as for players who wish to have ready multiple sets of gear with different types of duties they undertake, such as PvP or instance raids. Select the plus button to register your currently equipped gear as a new set. That's a good place to stop it. This is audap. You've been watching Final Fantasy XIV on... Before we get to the Stormblood part. Yeah, who knows. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.